This is a way that we were hoping to help those students feel safe in our schools.
Marisol Garcia is the president of the Arizona Education Association. She hoped social emotional learning would be a popular topic at an educator conference this week in Tucson.
Mental health of our students is a crisis. We're seeing it across the country.
Many describe social emotional learning as a tool to help students regulate their emotions. Michaela Rose Clausen, a former teacher, planned to talk about it at the conference.
To really think about how we honor and understand compassion fatigue and burnout.
But her presentation, along with others, was canceled. Other topics cut from the conference include training on diversity, equity, and historical racial trauma.
A lot of those tools are not taught to us through our professional academic careers, but is something that research has shown helps students academically as well as socially.
In a statement, a spokesperson with the Arizona Department of Education said the topics canceled had nothing to do with core academics and were replaced with presentations focused on improving test scores. But educators like Garcia say education on social emotional learning is crucial for teachers.
In order for a student to be successful in school, they need to be able to feel safe. They need to be able to be calm and be focused. If a student walks into my classroom and pushes another student and something starts to occur between the two of them, I need skills to be able to pull one student aside and say, hey, what's going on? How can I help? Why would you think that that's okay?
Horn has promised to eliminate social emotional learning, critical race theory, and bilingual education from schools. This comes following controversy in 2017 when he held the same position. A federal judge ruled that Horn was motivated by racial animus when he banned Mexican American studies in schools.
Understanding not just race, but understanding income, understanding what's going on in this community actually helps amplify the ability to talk to your students and help them succeed.
Now, Garcia and others say they hope these topics like social emotional learning are implemented in the conference next.